Hello guys, in this video we're going to see how to retry error HTTP requests in Angular. As in the previous videos we were talking about HTTP interceptors, and the last video was about error HTTP interceptors. This video is kind of connected to it, but it can go like, you can watch it as I'm going to do the things from scratch. So if you would like to see that one as well, you can go to the link, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, and watch that video first. So here I have created a folder, this new project here, by typing ng new and the name of the project, that is retry error HTTP requests here. And I get this beautiful structure here that you can see right now. So now I have to create a new folder. Actually, I'm going to create a new folder as I like that structure. And new folder here, and I'll call it core. And into that core folder, I'll put in interceptors folder and hit enter. So we have our interceptors folder here. Now we have to create an interceptor, as this also is interceptor, the mechanism that is getting the requests from Angular and providing the actually allowing us to do the things that we would like to do right now. So ng g interceptor. So we're creating an interceptor and putting it into core/interceptors. And we have to add some name here. So for the sake of this tutorial, I will name it just retry. So retry, not with just. Retry, hit enter, and we're waiting for it. Okay, we have our interceptor generated here. By clicking here and going here, we can see our interceptor that is intercepting our requests. So at the end of this line, I'll just add pipe, and into that pipe I'm going to use retry from RxJS. Retry and hit enter, and our retry is here. So that's it. Just kidding. Okay, this retry, I have to show you first. I have to show you one thing here. Usually you would use retryWhen, and in the most tutorials on YouTube that you can find right now, everybody is using retryWhen because it was natural and it was okay to use it until now. So why do I say until now? You have to see the thing. Okay, here when you open rxjs.dev, rxjs.dev here, and click get started, and you have to go here to operators, and here into this error handling operators, as we are handling some errors here. When you open this retryWhen, you get the following thing. You get deprecated, and that's it. So it works still, but in the future will be removed from version 9 or 10. So bye bye retryWhen. And now the point is that we have to use retry, and this retry here does not show a lot about how to use the thing, this operator here. So the point is to somehow retry when we get specific errors, to retry our request. So we don't want to retry them for 400 something, but we would like to retry them when we get a server error, for example. So how to do that? Easy. Go here, and in this retry is actually getting an object that says okay count, and that count is just the number of times that we would like to retry our failed request. So I'll put 2 because the first request that we made is failed actually. It's 1, and these 2 is actually 3. So we have 3 requests there. So this is the first part, and the second part is that we have to say as a second parameter here, actually as a second object key here, we have to say delay. But delay here is going like in milliseconds, and we have to provide some timer here, as it has to be like a stream. So what I have to do right now here, to put my logic that is getting what kind of error we are intercepting and what kind of error we would like to, actually what kind of status, what number of status we would like to retry here. So going here and adding another method. So I'll call it should retry. Let's say should retry, and that should retry will receive an error that is type of HTTP error response. And open a body here, and here I'll say the following: if error status, as this error status is a type of number, I'll say okay, from 500 and above, I would like to retry my requests. So I can say okay is more or greater or equal to 500. Sorry, 500. Do the following: return timer. That is also RxJS operator, and we'll say one second, actually 1000 milliseconds. So that's it. And if it, so we're going to do this if the status is 500 or more. Otherwise, so let's say throw error. So I get this thing on RxJS GitHub profile and a specific topic talking about about deprecating retryWhen. So they explained a bit about the procedure and about this throw error here, that you just have to do this to stop this should retry and to get the delay you would like to get. So also to get the logic here in and choose the error codes or statuses you would like to retry for. So here just call should retry. Actually, this should retry. So this should retry. Okay, you get it. Hit save, and that's it when it comes to error, actually retry interceptor here in this case. The next thing is we have to add some things to test this somehow. So I'm gonna add, first of all, I'll create a new folder and call it HTTP, and into that HTTP I'll create a new service, ngg service, and put it into HTTP and call it API, let's say. That API service is going to call something for us to get an error. Great. So first of all, as we are using requests here, I'll call HTTP client here. So let's say in our constructor, private, and what? HTTP and HTTP client. So hit enter and import that HTTP client from Angular Common HTTP. So that's it. And now let's say we would like to have two methods here. The first one would be get 401 for the testing purposes, and we are not going to add any types or anything here. We're just testing this. So get this, sorry, HTTP, and now we have to call something to get that 401 error. For that, so okay, return. We have to return something first of all. Okay, I'm going to a specific website here. I'll show that as well, as I have used it in the past. So this is http-state.us. Copy this, and this website is returning statuses that we would like to get when testing, while testing our API or doing anything here. So you have a list of statuses here that you would like to get here. Also, you are able to add a sleep here to postpone execution of these HTTP statuses, actually of their response. So go back to our lovely code editor, and let's see what's going on here. This HTTP has no call signatures. What's happened here? Sorry. Oh, big mistake, big minus for me, because I would like to get something. Cannot get our, cannot read our minds. So I'll duplicate this one and say, okay, 503, as you would like to get that one as well. And here 501 and here 503. Okay, we have 401 and 503. That's it. Hit save and bye bye HTTP and API services. Okay, right now what we have to do is to go to app module here. And now as we are using this, HTTP interceptors here, we have to somehow to say that we are using HTTP interceptors, and to do that we have to go to provide into our providers and let's say HTTP interceptors. So that's it. And use class. We're using our class that is retry interceptor. Okay, and now multi. So we have to use this multi and to set it true, and that's it. Actually, I explained 2 times so far in the previous 2 videos, but I'll repeat myself. So this multi says that this provider is type of multi, and you can provide a few times here different, let's say, interceptors, and it has to be true. Otherwise, our application does not work. So I have tried to put it to false just to test it, or I have tried to omit it at all. So it does not work. I get an error and my application doesn't work. So put it like this and hit save. And another thing, as we are using HTTP client here, we have to somehow import this HTTP client module here, and that's it. So I hit some Shift Alt format to format my code, just like hitting right click here and format document. So Shift Alt F. Okay, when we created imported actually our HTTP interceptor here, we have to go here and to do something. We have to show this errors here, and we have to call it like this: h2 or retry. Retry, let's say retry 503. So this is how our retry interceptor is gonna work. You just have to say to him retry this and it will retry. Of course not. We have to add some buttons here. Button. Okay, button number 2 buttons here. First one is going to get for 1. Okay, and the second one is going to do get 503. So this is great, but we don't have any methods here to do the following for us. So you guess what? We have to create it. Okay, I'll remove this title because I have my own. First, I'll add constructor here. So into that constructor, I'll call API that we created, our API service, private API and API service. So that's it. Is it? Okay, it's not. We have to add curly braces here. Hit enter, and that's it right now. So what we said, we have to call get 401 and 503. So the first method, get 401 and this API get 401, and we have to subscribe to actually call it. So we are not going to do anything with it. We're just going to call it to see in our networks that status. Okay, duplicating this, and 503, and here as well 503. Okay, and right now go to our go here, and we'll just call them. So click event, on click get 401. and just copy this, and we're here get 503, and I believe this is it. So I'll do the following: ngs, and I'll add the flag open. So after our beautiful compiler finishes the work, it will automatically open our browser. Yes, it is. So we get 401 and 503. To be able to see it, right click here, get this network tab here, click 401, and we have this 401 here from HTTP status. That's it. But we don't have this 503 3 times. So click now. Okay, we see here 503 3 times. So the first one that failed, and two here, two retries here. So basically that's it when it comes to HTTP interceptor that actually retries our failed requests here. So this is really easy to do and to achieve, and I don't know what to say about this. You could add your own logic here to do something that you would like to do, but that's it. Guys, if you like the video, please, like it, share it, and do whatever you want. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you.